Reality bends when you choose clarity, honesty, and self-trust. Hello there. Welcome to the Awake Show, where humanity is waking up to the realization of their true identity. My name is Judith. I am your spiritual psychologist. Before we delve into our topic for today, I would like to use this opportunity to send a huge thank you to the people of Ambazonia at the home front and to our valiant ASA for a job well done. Yes, the lockdown from the 18th to the 20th of May was a great success. So thank you, and thank you. We are in this together. The paradigm has shifted as the people stop listening to the external noise, voice, and distraction. They started listening to the internal voice of reason, clarity, and direction. Amazonians silence those who try to discredit the authenticity of our sovereignty. Amazonians stopped those who tried to drown the revolution boat from getting to Boya. Amazonians stopped those who tried to suppress the light of freedom with their One Cameroon agenda. The performance, the distraction, the fear has dissipated in this final battle of the revolution quest for independence, because the people of Ambazonia know what they want. They are the architect of their future. You are the architect of your future. Life on earth is supposed to be simple, but there are those who chose to make it complex. They want to control our reality, our perception, and even our own paradigm. And so it takes those with pure hearts, clarity, and purpose to bend reality and lead humanity to higher consciousness. France, La République, wants to control our reality, our perception, and our paradigm. But they failed to understand one thing. You are the architect. We are the architect. Ambazonia is the architect. So, we delve into our topic for today. You are the architect. You are the architect of your future, of your life, of your destiny, of your reality. It means you have the power to design and build your own existence through your choices, your action, and your mindset. Just like my book, Connect with God, Awakening the Divine Consciousness Within. It's a blueprint to show you how to connect with this God within. Because we on this platform, we believe in the God within, not the God without, not an external God, not the religious version of God that was presented to you. We believe that God lives in us and breathes through us as us. Okay? So go get your copy. It's available on Amazon.com. Connect with God, Awakening the Divine Consciousness Within by Judith Elondo. It says, Rediscovering the Divine Within. The divine, the God, as Christians call it, Muslims call it Allah, Buddhists call it Buddha, Hindu, Brahman, and all the names of this divine consciousness within each human being lives in us and not outside us. So you are the architect of your life. Here is what it implies. Design and vision. That's point number one. Like an architect creates blueprints, you can envision what you want your life to look like. You set the goals, the values, and the direction. The blueprint is the map you envision and navigate and build the life you want. And that is exactly what Amazonians are doing. We have the map to navigate and build the country that we want to live in, that our children want to live in, that the future generation want to live in. We have the map because an architect has the blueprint. You get that? You are not just a passive observer. Point number two, you are not just a passive observer. You actively construct your reality. Your decisions are the building blocks. That is what we are doing. So La Republic can go on and kill our people, do all sort of things to intimidate us to stay in your one Cameroon illusion. You are wasting your time. We have the map. We are the architect of our own destiny. Okay? And this 20th May lockdown, Amazonians at the home front made that decision not to be passive observers for a lie that was imposed on them. So they stayed home. They stayed home, irrespective of the casualties. They stayed home to tell La Republique that we own the land. We own the land. We are the architect. The land is our mining field. And we are the manifestation. So everything boils down to Amazonians. So how do you take a people's land from them who know themselves? You cannot. You cannot, La Republique and Connie France and Britain. You cannot take our land. You cannot intimidate our people to submission. So give up, because we are going nowhere until freedom comes. As an architect, you own the product, the outcome, and the manifestation. Both successes and setbacks, you own them. So we are not moved or intimidated by the killings that you made during this lockdown, La Republique and your puppet leaders. We are not afraid because we own the map. We own the mining field. We own the product or manifestation. Surrender. Go to the negotiation table. And let's end this thing once and for all so we can live like good neighbors. That is your option. Huh? You cannot always control circumstances, but you control your response, not react. Africa has been known by their reactions into things, circumstances, problems. Oh, they're always reacting. Emotional reaction and no solution, no strategy. The Amazonians have proven to the rest of the world that we are people who don't react. We respond strategically. That's what we do. So La Republique, you can go around and be messing and you think that when you kill our people, it will make us to submit. You are wasting your time. You will pay for everything that you have done in Amazonia. So get on the table and let's end this thing once and for all. Okay? You have more control than you might think. External factors exist, yes, like what we are saying, but your internal choices shape your experience. And that is the choice that Amazonians have made. They have chosen clarity over comfort. Huh? They choose clarity over comfort. They choose truth over lies. And that's why they are defending their rights, they are defending their homeland, they are defending their future, that this is who we are. We know who we are. Amazonians have proven once again that you hold the pen that writes your story. You hold the pen that writes your story. And that's why you see we have these um, um, tools, government tools. The Amazonian government has these tools of communication to our people. You have the Amazonia TV networks 24. You have the newspaper, the Independentists. Huh? The Independentists, www.theindependentists.com. You go there, you have all your news. If you have not known the history of Amazonia, the story of Amazonia, you go there and you will read all of what is happening in this revolution. There is also the Amazonia radio that you can go and get your information on a daily basis. They give you information, the right information, so you don't get carried away by all those who come in to inject lies and falsehood. And that's why this lockdown, this 20th May lockdown, has destroyed all of those outer tools that the enemy used. And those who have been fighting Amazonia, we did not spend much time to inform the people because they have all of these sources, these tools to get information. And they sat home for 3 days because they know who they are. They know who they are. Okay? You hold the pen that writes your story. So nobody should write your story for you. In Amazonia, there are historians who are writing the Amazonia story. You will get the true story of Amazonia, not what La Republique sat there with some of those join blood Amazonia who call themselves their Anglophiles or what. We have our story. Only you can write your story. Only us can write our story. Okay? So I would like the director to pull up the first slide or PowerPoint. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, as you can see there, we're talking about alignment. Hmm? Alignment, the infinity alignment. Because for you to choose clarity over comfort, then you need to align. And that's what my book is all about, giving you the blueprint to align within so you can start acting as God here on earth. You can bring that God that religion has made you to believe that until you die, that's when you're going to see God. No, you are God manifesting here on earth. And all you need to do is to align with those principles, the principles of truth, conscience, righteousness, and justice. My book has all of that for you to follow it and read so you can align within and let the energy, that divine consciousness, let it flow through your mind. You see, it's a alignment. You align your spirit, your mind, and your body to have what? Sovereign manifestation. Sovereign manifestation. So when the people, like in this revolution, it was all about alignment. And we are seeing the noise has dissipated. The distraction. In the previous lockdown of 20th May, you will hear all sort of contrary voices that will come to downplay the government position of lockdown. But this year, did you hear it? No. It takes alignment. And before you align, you got to know who you are. You got to know who you are. Have a clear picture of your identity, your true identity. If you don't know who you are, then people will come and inject all those negative and negative, you know, identity, distort your truth, distort everything, bring all the false narrative, and all you do, you see people getting confused. If you have been in the struggle or the revolution for 10 years, there is no point for you to be confused. It means you have aligned. And alignment in body, in the spirit, in the mind produces what? Sovereignty. It produces sovereignty. That's how I look at things. And once that alignment has happened, the energy flows. It flows within and without to align your benefactors, the people who resonate with your vision. That energy, because it is one universal energy that controls your inner world and your outer world. So it will bring all of those institutions and countries and people who align with your vision. And then the end shall come. You get your manifestation. You get your outcome. You get your result. So you see the flow there? Once there's that alignment, he says what? Energy enters through spiritual plane. The spiritual plane now is what? Where the energy rises. Huh? Through your truth, your conscience, your righteousness, and your justice. That is the spirit nature in you. So when they're talking of God, that is the God in you. These four cardinal virtues of truth, conscience, righteousness, and justice, when they align, your body align, your mind align, then that energy flows through and is processed by the mental what? The mental plane, and manifest in the physical plane, which is your reality. The mental plane, your intellectual capacity, your mental capacity, on all your thoughts, your ideas, they are now being instructed by that energy, those divine principles. So you must be a principled person, a disciplined person to lead a people. If you are not grounded in truth, in conscience, in righteousness, and in justice, you cannot lead. You cannot lead anybody, even your own life. If you are not telling the truth to yourself in what you do, you cannot lead your life. You will always get into one obstacle to another, one problem to another, and you don't know how to get yourself out of those problems because you are telling a lie. You are living a lie, a life of lie, falsehood. But when people align that this is their vision, huh? This is their purpose, this is their identity, and in truth, there are all the facts there that support your claims, then everything you will see that energy flows. It has taken us 10 years, and we are closer than ever before to get to Boya. And then the promise there, it says what? When individuals align their mind, emotions, and actions with higher what? With higher purpose, life, I don't see it clearly. Life unfolds with clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. You see that? So the energy needs mental clarity to flow through. When the people, that's why you see in every a revolution, or in the history of revolutions and rebellions and all of that, you see they are always injecting confusion, distraction in that revolution so as to frustrate the people. And when they become so overwhelmed, they easily drop everything and then they return to their normal state of survival instinct, where you are being controlled by other humans. You are being controlled. You are being dominated as people who don't like, people who don't have any mind of their own. That is what La République and France want us to be. So for these 10 years, they have used all those, you know, dubious means to control and distract us, frustrate us, so we can just drop. And you see, many people have dropped who don't have the resilience. They have dropped. But we are here. The president, Dr. Samuel Komesako, who is holding that baton, carrying that baton, that flaming fire, has not backed down. So none of us should even dare to stop, to back down until freedom comes. That is the strategy of the enemy. Oh, frustrate them, kill their people, do all of these things that you do. Oh, close their stores and collect illegal taxes, do all of that just to frustrate them. So they will give up. La République France, we are your nightmares. You would never frustrate us. Our people at the home front, they have proven to you once again that they own the land. They are the architect. They have the map. They have the mining field. and they are the manifestation. So you cannot stop us. You cannot stop us. Yes. Thank you, Director. Can you pull up the second PowerPoint? Thank you. Second PowerPoint, please. So, in conclusion, you are the architect. You are invited to align your energy, to align your consciousness, to flow, to produce your desired outcome, to produce your desired reality, because the reality that they gave you is not the one that you want. It was imposed on you. You are not here to follow. You are here to become. You do not need a savior. You need a clear mind and an awakened awareness. Reality bends when you choose clarity, honesty, and self-trust. There is no God in the sky demanding submission. I keep reminding us, there is no God in the sky demanding submission. We have seen for these 10 years in our revolution, we have prayed, we have cried, we have fasted, we have done everything, sow seed, tithe, do all of that. No God is coming from the sky. That's why you are the architect. There is only the divine spark within, waiting for you to command. That divine spark within is waiting for you to command. So activate it, embody it, ignite the fire within, and let Amazonia be the mining field where our children, a generation unborn, yet unborn, they will live in a land that is free, that they can use their minds to create. Africans, we are not creating. Why? Is it that we are dull? We are stupid? We are foolish? No. It's because they have choked the minds of Africans with all of these genocides, all of these killings, conflict everywhere. They have choked the minds of Africans, so they cannot use their mind, because the mind needs rest, the mind needs calmness, the mind needs clarity for it to create. And if all of these external forces are there bombarding in you, how do you create? How do you think right? How do you see things clearly? So what we are fighting in Amazonia, it is to stop all of those things. We are the architect. So time to rise up, Amazonians. Time to rise up and draft. The federal draft just ended, but it does not mean that you stop drafting. If you have not paid your federal draft, go and draft. Go and draft, and let tomorrow your children not ask you this question. Father, mother, where were you when Amazonia was taken by La République and France? That your children will not ask you, Father, mother, where were you when all of this was done to Ambazonians, and all they demanded was your presence, was your participation, was your alignment, where were you? Because these 21st century children, they will ask you those questions. It was not our time. That religion made you to remain like a mumu. You're not asking questions. When they tell you, oh, Jesus walked on water, and you just sit there and shove it down your throat and believe. No question. This generation now, they will ask you questions. So be ready to give them the answer. Because in the annals of history, everything will be recorded. Everything will be written about the story of Ambazonia, a people who were resilient right to the end to gain back their land. So time to wake up, go and draft, because the draft is going now to county by county. So go and complete your federal draft. Let the president and his team do their job in diplomacy, do their job in supporting our ASAs, because all they need is your money. Revolutions are not fought with a big book. They are fought with money. Bring your money and let us do the job so we can go back home. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.